Brandon, do you have an update on Justin?
Yeah, Daniel, Justin has a right index fracture.
And prognosis for the rest of the season?
To be determined. He wasn't able to come back in the game. We'll know a lot more in the next few days.
Would it be, considering it's on his throwing hands, would that, do you think, preclude him from?
I don't have any information beyond that. Just it's a right index fracture.
You're trying to protect Justin. He was under a lot of heat there. That hit a few times. What did you take from the protection?
Yeah, we didn't protect the passer well enough today, particularly when they blitzed, when they rushed more than 5. We didn't protect well enough today. There was a lot of pressure, sacks, and it caused a lot of negative plays for us today.
From what you were watching, was it what they were doing schematically on those blitzes that were affecting you, or was it just?
There was some, it was a combination of things. There was a combination of some identifications things, and then some technique guys, technique errors, and then, we just lost some matchups. So it was a combination, and it wasn't good enough today.
In the end, with the blitz pickups, is that Justin's last line of defense? Is that Kellen should be setting up something different? Is it on the center for trying to see what's going in the system? Who's supposed to be picking those up?
Yeah, most of those are accounted for, but like I said, sometimes a guy loses fundamentally. Sometimes it's just a one-on-one matchup, and then there was a free runner there, which goes back to the plan. But it was a combination of things today, and it wasn't good enough today.
You guys went 1 for 18 on 3rd and 4th down. Do you pin that largely on the protection, or is there more to it in terms of?
Yeah, we didn't execute well enough today, and it was in all phases. And so it's not just one thing. When you have numbers like that, it's everything. And we didn't have a good enough plan today.
How did you feel like Easton did come in?
I thought he competed in the game. I thought he, once he got his feet underneath him, I thought he did some good things, particularly in the second half. I thought he moved the team, in the second half and gave us a chance. But it was good for him to, to get into the flow of the game because, when you come in there cold, it's tough to just get in there right away and get moving. So there's going to be some things in the second half that we can build off of.
The loss today, where you guys are at record-wise, what are you, as a coach, losing Justin, we don't know how long, but how are you moving forward and trying to keep everyone together at this point in the year?
Yeah, the best thing for us is that we play Thursday. So we got to put this one behind us quickly. We got to get our rest. We got to get recovered. And then we got to get a good plan for Las Vegas. So that's all we can focus on right now. And, I'm glad that we're playing Thursday because after you lose one like this, you want to play again. So, division game on the road, and we have to be ready.
How do you feel like you guys played defensively?
I thought we did a lot of good things out there. I thought we did a good job against the run game. I thought we rushed well when we got the opportunity to rush when it was a 3rd down game. But, when you make it a 2-score game and they were going to play it, conservatively, it's going to be tough for you to create any plays. And then, we gave up, some 3rd downs that were routine, which I think, affected how we're going to feel about the performance. But our guys hung tough.
Brandon, before the season, we kind of talked about the expectations and stuff, that you were excited about the season, and even early in the season, I think you were hopeful that the team would kind of get on track. Just why hasn't, everything kind of come together?
Well, Dylan, it's just been a combination of things. Our guys have competed the whole way. Certainly today when you lose Justin, that's going to affect, the outcome, but we've just been a little bit off, and, today wasn't good enough. And our guys are going to have to dig in. We still have, games left to compete. We're not out of it yet, and we're going to have to dig in and compete on Thursday night.
Right after the Michael Davis interception, you were down there at 4th. I think it's 4th and 3, and decided to go for it. Did you consider kicking there, or what was the thought process?
Yeah, we felt like we had the momentum. 4th and 3, we were going to get the field position, and felt like being aggressive in the game. Was the call there, and we had a good play and just didn't knock it down. But just felt like with the field position there to our advantage that we were going to be aggressive.
You challenged the 3rd down spot. What was the messaging there? Did you feel like you guys had a good look at it?
Yeah, I didn't think I got a great answer. We thought we did get a good look at it with his elbow and his knee down before the line to gain, and we were trying to get our way back. We felt like that would have caused a punt, and we would have been able to gain some field position from it.
Doesn't feel like those calls get overturned that often. Did you weigh that in your decision making, especially considering you only had 2 timeouts left?
Yeah, we did. It just felt like it would be worth it to try and, again, get the field position based on how the game was going, to kind of march our way back.
Burned a timeout there on the 4th down. Looked like you guys couldn't really get set up. What happened there procedurally?
We just had a guy that was in the game that shouldn't have been in the game. So one of those unfortunate, deals where we had to take one.
Until that fourth quarter, there have been 7 quarters with no touchdowns. What's causing that, especially given your offensive personnel?
Oh, well, it just hasn't been clean enough in the run game or the pass game. We just have been, inconsistent, out of rhythm. And, that defense is playing well from Denver. It's going to be tough when you lose your quarterback. And we didn't make enough big plays, to score the ball. And I think when we got to third down, they made a lot of big plays, and that really affected the game.
Coach, how do you kind of get that rhythm back?
Well, it starts on the practice field, but it's everybody just doing their part, and it's coaches, it's players, it's a combination of things. When you have a performance like today, it's a combination of things, and you got to go back to work. And in this case, we got to go back to work quickly. We got to get right back on the practice field and try and put a good plan together for Las Vegas.
Brandon, there's going to be a lot of speculation now about your job. Can you compartmentalize that and not pay attention to it?
Yeah, I'm just focused on getting ready for Las Vegas. That's what I've got a team that's hurting in there, and so we got to rally. We got to make sure that we get a good 2 days of practice before we travel and get ready to play a division game. So, I'm focused on doing my job well, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Has this stretch been like the most challenging since you've been a head coach here for you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it has been. Just because you know the type of games that you've been in, the fights that you've been in, you see how other teams are doing in the league and how we've competed, but we haven't been able to knock them down. And like I've told you guys, I take full responsibility. But yeah, it's been a tough stretch, but we're not going anywhere. We're going to bounce back, and we're going to be ready for Las Vegas.
Where are you at? How do you navigate, I guess, being confident? Because all year when we talk to you, you say, we're close, and you said looking around the league, looking at other teams. I guess, how do you assess yourself moving forward and how you are as a coach?
Yeah, I think every time I go out, I get better at this job. Every single day, I get better, and that's what gives me the confidence. That's all you can do as a competitor. Is continue to improve, and when you get your opportunities, compete to the best of your ability, and that's what we're going to do. We've got a good group in there, and we got to really show what we're made of, because this is a really tough stretch that we've been in, and we got to get ready to play Thursday night, so we got to go.
Justin, can you just tell us about what happened with your finger and how you're feeling?
Yep, just went in there right before halftime, got the x-ray, and we'll know more as the week goes on.
How's it feeling? Is it in pain or is it?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Can you take us through what happened on the play where it got hurt?
I think it was after the throw. I can't remember whether it got hit on a helmet or whether it hit on someone's shoulder pads, but I just remember coming up and, it wasn't feeling right.
Justin, can you talk about the struggles you guys had in third down today?
Yeah, it was a tough day, and obviously not the way that we wanted it to go, but I know that our focus is on Vegas this Thursday, and we're going to be better because of it.
This just happened. Is this something you can play with, do you think?
I'm not sure. It's something that we'll know more as the week goes on.
All right, so you came out of the game, and did you immediately have x-rays here?
Correct.
Okay, and just a similar injury to the one on your other hand, or different?
I'm not sure. I think that's probably a doctor question. I don't know to the extent, but got the x-rays and came out and couldn't quite grip the ball.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is it the same part of the finger? Like I know it was the tip on your left hand.
No, it's a different part of the finger.
Closer to the knuckle.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to play with something with your right hand? Is it a fracture like this?
I tried today.
Before today, you've never played with something like this before, I guess is what I meant.
Not with a bone injury, no.
When you tried today, Justin, was the challenge just gripping the ball today when you tried to go?
Correct.
And for you, how tough has this season been and this last stretch of games?
We're taking it 1 week at a time. Obviously not the result that we want today, but we're going to know more as the week goes on, and whether I can play or whether I can't. I know the team has full faith in Easton Stick, and I thought they battled today, so we're looking forward to the next matchup.
Just emotionally for you, Justin, you haven't really missed time like this since you've come to the NFL. There's a couple plays in that Chiefs game when you're getting evaluated for concussion a couple of years ago, but how devastating was it for you when you realized that you weren't going to be able to come back into the game?
Yeah, it's obviously tough. You feel bad for hanging the team out like that. you never want to be taken out of the game, especially, and it's something that we'll know more as the week goes on. And if there's any chance to play, I'll do everything I can to be out there. Do everything I can in the treatment room to get back to 100%.
Are you going to need surgery? Have you been told if you're going to need surgery?
I'm not sure. I think we're going to find out more either tonight or tomorrow and kind of make a decision off of that.
Further testing tonight, you expect?
I would assume that's kind of the plan.
So is there a chance you could have surgery like quickly in terms of like in the next few days here? If they
Yeah, if that's something that they recommend, I'm sure that they'll be able to get that done. I don't know quite the plan right now. All I know is that we got one X-ray, and we're going to have more done in the next day or two. So we'll figure out that plan, and once I know, we'll let everyone else know.
Does it bother you without gripping it? Like right now, standing here, does it bother you right now?
Yeah, well, it doesn't quite feel good, but it is what it is, and it's part of the NFL, and it's part of playing football.
Is it in a splint right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just in terms of the pass protection in the first half before you went out, Brandon was talking about some of the blitz looks that they were giving you guys. Just what were the challenges in terms of some of those pressure looks, especially on like known pass third down situations? Yeah,
it's tough when you get a front seven like that, and it is tough. But I thought we had a good plan, and we just didn't execute. And we have to do better, offensively. I thought the defense played well. They came up with some big stops today, and it's on us as an offense to be able to convert those third downs, go down and score, especially in the red zone when we get turnovers like that down there. So that's on us, and we have to be better because of that. It wasn't good enough today.
Easton, I guess, how do you feel like you did getting out there?
It's been a while since I played, but felt like we got in and out of the huddle for the most part. Obviously, with the one there at the last drive, we kind of lost track of it. But other than that, we got in and out, and just unfortunate you don't score enough points, and that's the way it goes.
What did you see on that long pass to Quentin?
He did a really good job. Kellen did a good job kind of scheming it up during the week. And Q ran a great route and tracked it and made a big-time play. So proud of him, and he's someone we got to keep getting the ball to.
How much of an adjustment is there going in cold like that? Obviously, you haven't gotten like game snaps since the preseason. Just what are the challenges, and how much adjusting is there when you first get in there to like see what the speed is?
Yeah, it's just part of it, Obviously, I hadn't played in a while, but that's part of the job. And look, I've been here this is 5 years, and I've got to watch Justin, I've watched Phillip play really well, and that's the standard. And so, you just went in there and went out there and tried to compete, do the best I can.
Are you nervous? Are you excited? What's kind of going on?
No. We got settled in pretty quick, and look, I've taken a ton of snaps with Will. I've played with these guys. I know these guys, and I know they've got my back. And so, at the end of the day, it's just football, and we got in there, and like I said, we tried to compete.
What's your thought process if you do end up starting for the rest of the season?
Look, we got 4 games left, and however it goes is how it goes. Obviously, right now, thoughts and everything are with Justin, and so we'll see how it goes.
If you have to start on Thursday, how do you cram, considering it's a short week?
Yeah, we're all doing it. We're all in it together. That's part of it. Everybody has one of these games, and this is where our falls, so we'll be ready regardless.
Would there be any frustration for you that your first NFL start has to come on a short week on a Thursday night, or?
No, I haven't thought that far ahead, and if that's the case, that's the case. But like I said, right now we're thinking about Justin. So.
How was he when you talked to him, if you have?
Just a little bit. I think he's a competitor, and so for him to not be out there was really tough. And but he knows everybody's got his back, especially me. So love and really appreciate Justin.
Do you give me any words of advice?
You get into the game and you're rolling. So, but like I said, I've been with him for 4 years now, and his example on the field is the biggest advice.